24 is your local election headquarters. Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will debate for the first time on Tuesday.
KC24's Sydney Charles speaking tonight with the Fresno State political science professor. She joins us live in studio to share what he says Americans can expect in less than 48 hours. Sydney.
That's right, Emily. Thomas Holake believes Tuesday is critical because it could be the only opportunity to see the two presidential candidates face off before the November election.
This is kind of a make or break moment for both candidates.
Fresno State political science professor Thomas Holyoke believes the strategy from both candidates Tuesday night will focus on the way Americans view Kamala Harris.
Everyone knows Donald Trump, and they have their opinions for one way or the other about Donald Trump. So Harris herself needs to continue this introduction of herself to the American people. Donald Trump is going to also try to portray how Harris looks to the nation.
Voters can expect to hear questions about the economy, the process of fracking, and abortion rights. Major issues Holyoke says could attract voters to the polls in November.
Harris is also hitting pretty hard on the abortion issue. This has become a huge problem, though, for Donald Trump, because he knows that outlawing abortion is a losing issue for him because the majority of the country wants some access. And so he's tried to back away from the absolutist position of the pro-life side.
To emerge successful at the debate, Holyoke says Harris will need to regain voters' trust in order to show she's ready to assume the presidency.
Inflation hits people in the wallet, and that makes them unhappy with the current administration. And so she has to make sure that she puts some distance between herself and Joe Biden, and make sure everyone realizes that she's aware of this and has a plan to do something about it.
While he believes Trump needs to concentrate on the way he responds.
His success is probably to try to focus in on something to say. He has this tendency to go into stream of consciousness, where one sentence can have 10 subjects. And, that's kind of impossible to listen to.
Holyoke says both candidates need to clearly define their policies to reflect their visions for the country.
Harris has only talked in pretty broad terms about what her policies are. Donald Trump has also been a bit vague. In fact, I think what we're seeing here is what you might call strategic vagueness when it comes to policy positions. Because the more they tie themselves down with specifics, the more they can be attacked. Harris's best strategy is probably to ignore most anything Donald Trump says and try to communicate directly to the American people, maybe be a little more specific without being so specific that she boxes herself in, which is a bit of a tightrope, but something successful politicians can do.
Trump and Harris will meet on stage Tuesday night in Philadelphia. Tonight, NBC News has learned that Harris is rehearsing for this debate by holding mock debates in Pittsburgh. Trump says he has meetings about it, but adds, quote, either you know your subject or not. Reporting live in studio, Sydney Charles, KC24, local news that matters.